Hello. So, my other TED Talk, someone said to me that they wanted me to do it about stretching, more about stretching. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about stretching, but I'm going to show you. We're going to stretch while I'm doing it. Okay. So, what I want you to do, I'm trying to get comfy here. Okay. So, I got to get comfy. You're probably going to see my cats. Ugh. So, get in a comfortable position. And I want you to hold your arms up in the air the entire time we're talking. This is stretching. Okay, so as if you were, and it has to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable. We're only going to start like with the arms. You can do this with the legs. You can do this, with any part of your body. Legs, arms. So hold them up the entire time. I'm going to talk for 18 minutes. Now, people think, wow, that's like, how do you hold up for 18 minutes? So the secret to stretching, I'm going to show you all that, how we do this. So hold your arms up, and as long as you don't feel any pain, if you have shoulder pain or pain, so I want you just to hold them back maybe a bit, but find that stretch pain, okay? So here we are, we have our arms up, and we're holding them up, and you just keep holding them. And you'll feel a stretch. Now, if they get tired, don't bring them down. Just change position slightly. So do that. All right? And then you hold. And the secret to keep stretching, what you have to do, is keep moving. So if mine aren't getting tired, but if yours are getting tired, then just change position slightly. So see, what happens is, it allows you to stretch longer because the muscle that's getting tired is getting tired. So you have to change that muscle. So you just change it slightly because you can hit the muscle like in a different area. So here, and to me, it's so boring because this is all I do. But you guys wanted to know how to stretch properly. This is it. So get comfy. So I'm just going to keep moving around. And see what happens? Look at that. That's because you're waking up muscles and you're stretching the muscle and I feel this in my neck. So this runs all over. Okay? I'm just going to keep moving around. And that's what stretching is. Okay? And you can feel it running through your body. So at first you kind of would feel the stretches, in a certain area. And as that muscle starts to stretch out, it sends a chain reaction. And then I always say the body's like a rope with knots. So if you have neck pain or back pain, then you're not going to get to that knot where that pain is until you undo whatever caused that. So you have to undo. And so the undoing process that I call it, you just keep moving around, is when the muscle stretches out, whatever muscle needs to be stretched, that's your first knot. So wherever you feel a stretch, that I call a knot. So if you hold that and allow the muscle to stretch out, then it releases that knot. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So that's part of it. I mean, it could be my cats, but what's going to happen? Excuse me. So what's going to happen is if you start sneezing or coughing or itching or, feeling certain sensations, that's because your body literally is waking up. So it's clearing out all of those things. Excuse me. Your sinuses might open up. There's all kinds of things that are going to happen. It all depends on your body and it depends on your knots. Okay? So we've only been at this for 4 minutes and 32 seconds. And I'm feeling this run down my arm in here. My nose is running. That's okay. And it just feels good. I do this sitting on the floor with the same rules apply with the legs. So when you sit in a position, you make sure that you are not feeling any pain. excuse me, that's the first rule. And then when you get tired, you change position slightly. That's the second rule. So you just keep going and going and going, and that undoes knots or stretches out muscles. It sends a chain reaction throughout the rest of the muscles, and that chain reaction starts to naturally pull and undo and, heal. Because there's blockages in there that aren't going to come out if, it's all twisted up. And the only way to untwist it naturally is to stretch the muscles. Muscles are attached to the bones. Eventually, they're going to move the bones into the place that the bones are designed to be in. So you'll be able to tell if something doesn't feel right because your body will, you're listening to your body. Literally, you're listening to your body. So you're going to be able to tell if something doesn't feel right because it's going to not feel good. I mean, yeah, see, this stretching, to me, it feels good. So if you find that, that spot that feels like a stretch, you feel your body waking up. So we are a quarter of the way through. We're 6 minutes, a little more than a quarter, 6 minutes, and we have 18 minutes. So I'm just going to move up a little bit, and you see what's happening with my hands. And that's it. You can get bored of this. And if you get bored, just keep changing, okay? Even if you're walking around and you're, watching TV, if you don't want to sit on the floor in a stretch position, or even if you have to get up, if you start out like that, whether it's TV or, reading or talking on the phone or whatever, even if you start out like that, then at least get up and start with the arms. That's an easy place to start. And you twist, and if you feel, say here I feel a little bit of, it's off, so I just keep moving around until I find that, it feels so good. It's starting to feel really good. So the longer you do it, the better it feels. So that feels amazing. Now, as long as you only feel the stretch and just keep turning and moving, you would be surprised, and you will be surprised. You just keep doing that. We have a lot of time in our lives, and people think that they don't have time to do this. Well, how can you not have time to heal yourself? That's like saying, I don't have time to anything that you're supposed to do. I don't have time to go to work. I don't have time to pay my bills. I don't have time. This is something that has to be done. It has to be done. So you can even put your hands behind your back and then stretch out. Oh, that feels good. See? Your arms are still up. And this is an amazing stretch. This stretch for the ladies and the guys too, you can feel your chest lifting up. So after I do a stretch for a really long time, I look at my body or I look at my face and it's like I had a mini facelift, or I had, my boobs lifted and my stomach lifted. That's all it is. Because when whatever's going on the outside of your body, like look at your body and decide and look at it and think about what it is you don't like about your body. If it's that your jowls, your neck, I'm working on this neck. I'm working on my neck. So if it's your neck, or if it's your jowls, or if it's your stomach or your legs or your arms, or, your eyes, or any of those things, that if that's happening on the outside, something's happening on the inside. So fix the inside. And I can promise you, once you start fixing the inside, even if your bowels aren't working properly, or your, excuse me, this is all because I sneezed. Even if your bowels aren't working, or your organs aren't working, or nothing's functioning, or you have anything, I I don't feel any discomfort in my body. And if I do, I can't handle it. I can't handle it because I stretch it right out. So the sooner that you start responding to your body and, doing something about it, the sooner it comes out and the better you start to feel. Even if you can't reach that spot that's bothering you, you're going to reach all kinds of other spots around it that are giving it some relief. And spots and areas in your body that you didn't even know were bothering you. You're going to wake up muscles that you didn't even really remember you had. So I'm just doing this for you guys to see. This feels amazing on the traps. Look at that. Like, you don't have to go to a gym to get toned. It's not about lifting weights. Look, it's not about lifting weights. You're lifting, when you go and lift the weights, you're lifting and you're lifting and you're lifting that, you're strengthening that muscle and it's kind of like a stretch, but this is so much better. It's so easy. You get to do it at home. The more you do it, the better you look. I mean, some people just go to the gym for an hour. You can do this for more than an hour. You can do it 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And then consistently every day, which is better than who goes to the gym every day consistently for, an hour a day. People don't like to do that. And that's difficult. You got to drive there and all those things. So we are at 11 and a half minutes already. What else can I tell you guys? This just feels amazing. Oh, I know what I was going to say, that I don't normally keep moving around like this. I'm just doing it for you guys. But what I do is I stay in a position. Like, I'll get into bed and I'll sit in a stretch position, find a stretch, whether I'm stretching the muscles in my head or in my face or here, as long as you're feeling a stretch, or my legs, or, my arms, as long as you're feeling a stretch, I just hold it. And and at first you're not going to be able to hold it a lot because you're not used to it, and it really helps you to relax. So most people aren't relaxed, so it takes, you got to do a little bit more at a time, a little more each time, and then you become more and more of a relaxed person. Like, you get the jitters out of you. You get the anxiety out of you. This is going to be a hilarious video. People already think I'm crazy, I'm sure, but I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not worrying about what I look like because I want you guys to heal. Come on. Some guy the other day I don't know if it was a guy or girl, like I said on one of my videos, said, who's the idiot in blue? I was talking with Rod and Michelle on a video. My daughter told me that some guy or someone commented saying, who's the idiot in blue? That was me. I was the idiot in blue. I don't know if it was a guy or girl. I don't know if he was young or old, but he called me an idiot because I don't know what part of being an idiot, like, did he think I was being? Like, what did I say that caused him? Just by the way I was? Or what I was saying. If I was saying you don't need hip replacements, you don't need knee replacements, or, stretching heels. Okay, there are a lot of people that think that I would be an idiot to say that because it's not like what everybody else thinks. So, God, I would love that person. Oh, it just went dark. So I would love that person to stretch, because after I taught them proper stretching, they would relax a little bit and realize, wow, she knows something. Or he would keep his mind, or she would keep their mind closed and just, think that I know nothing. So I wouldn't waste my time doing this if I learned absolutely nothing. And 23 years of stretching every single day. And the first 13, I stretched 4 hours every day. I know you guys are sick of hearing this, but I don't know who's new watching this video, so I have to keep saying things over and over because I need you guys to realize that stretching heals. Stretching heals. Do you guys feel this? Do you feel what's happening? I hope you're doing this. And even if you have to drop it, come back to doing it. Can you feel your body waking up? Can you feel the aches and pains coming out of your body? This is stretching. just holding positions, allowing the muscles to relax and elongate. It sends a chain reaction through the rest of the body, and it just starts to heal and pull and undo, and then the body starts to function and all of those things. And when you do that, you become relaxed. And as you become relaxed, that means stress comes out of the muscles. So stress is coming out of the muscles. The stress was caused from something, whether it is a physical pain or it was some kind of tension, emotional pain. It was stored in that muscle. And as it releases, that memory comes out and you kind of remember it. So if you're stretching and all of a sudden a thought comes out, don't just think that, oh, it's just a thought. That thought is linked to that stress that came out of that muscle. So that you released it. So pay attention when you're stretching that it's not just physical. Pay attention to what's happening. Get to know your body. Get to know your body. And realize that you're healing. Like just put it in your head that at least I know that. I know a lot about this, but I mean, if you want to judge, okay, then at least I know that stretching heals. So decide that I'm going to start to stretch because I want to start to heal. And just it first, listen, life first happens up here. So decide that that's what you want. Decide that that's what you're going to do. And then that closes a lot of other doors, okay? So decide that you want to heal. Get in a stretch position, hold it, and just pay attention to what's going on. And feel the body and feel, the muscles release. And feel that tension coming out. And then notice what thoughts you're thinking. Wow. And then go back. And a lot of times you're reversing back to that, that age that you were. And you're going to remember things. And then as you remember them, just don't let it go there. Recognize, wow, that really upset me when someone said that or did that or that hurt. And now as an adult, you get to handle it, you get to deal with it, and you get to say, well, I'm just going to let that go. And you're going to get it out because you know that you don't have room to store any negative things. And you're going to remember good things too, and you're going to keep those. So you're going to, listen, we have 30 seconds left. You get the point. I've talked enough about this. Now I've showed you. I've held my hands up here. I could do this for days, and so could you. But you're going to have to just do it slowly and do it slowly and get used to it. But I can tell you every second that you put into your body is healing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 18 minutes. Love you all.